Good evening, morning, afternoon, freaks and geeks. This is Relution. Welcome to another personal story. Um, Before I get into that, I I know it's like the last time I did it in the VR, but I don't feel like hauling that out right now just to set it up, just to talking to, even though it was a pretty decent, uh, like backdrop, I guess. But once again, I want to thank Hellfreezer. Uh, I'm not going to thank him in every single one, but the main reason why I'm thanking him in this one is because I've been, like, binge listening to his stories, and, I don't know if it's because I'm egotistical, but when I listen to some of the stories, it's like I'm listening to some details about the story, and it's like, oh, are they talking about me in this? Nope, okay. But there are now three stories that I'm listening to, and it's very possible. It's like, wait, I recognize this. This seems very familiar. Um, though, admittedly, because people say it is such a small world, but it really, really isn't. The only reason why it's a small world is because you're only thinking about, like, where you're at right now. Like, say, if I run into someone from high school, it's like, oh wow, what a small world. What are the chances of meeting you? And it's like the chances are kind of very high for meeting that person. Unless, say, you move to a different country, and so did I. It's like, what are the chances? But if you're like living in your same city and you run into a person that has not moved from said city, there's the chances are very high that you're going to run into each other. Anyway, I'm going to be telling these stories in order of percentage of possibilities. Like this first one, very, very slim chance it was me, but it was possible, especially with how he stated it. I don't know. Oh, and I'm sorry, I have not been able to hunt down the stories to tell which exact video they are in Hellfreezer's videos. So anyway, the thing is, first story is a glitch in the Matrix one. The guy was talking about how he's sitting in his car with his friend and they're waiting for, like, their family to get done in the store. Didn't say which store it is. And he also didn't say where, like what city, or even what country he's in. But if he was in Kalamazoo, Michigan, at either Walmart or Myers, yeah, I think those are the only two that I've frequented. And if it was like roughly 10 years ago, then chances are this was me. But he mentioned that one of the loops that he saw, there's this father in a dirty white shirt chasing a like a young, like, daughter, and the daughter was like squealing and like laughing. Uh, the reason why that could have been me is I have quite a few white shirts, and I have this thing, I keep forgetting what it's called, and I can't find it while I'm searching it up. But, it's like this I don't like tight clothing. It's like, I know a lot of you are already going to the comment section like, oh, that's a normal thing. But it goes beyond that. It's like over like a over sensory problem. So it's like I tend to wear shirts for like a couple days in a row, sometimes longer. I know it's a bad habit, but if I'm going out somewhere important, then I'll put on clean everything. And so, and it's white, so dirt is gonna stand out. Like this shirt, unless it's like white stains, it's not gonna. Why did I choose white? And it's like I like playing around with my children, and this particular girl, she liked to fool around. Like there's cases where it's like we're like going out of the store, and I got her something, like it could be like a snack, a toy, a drink, and she would want to carry it, but I would be like, no, we're gonna have to wait. I want to carry it now. Nope, you gotta wait. She like sneaks, grabs it, and runs off. And I'm like, why, you little, come back here. And in this case, I think I would have chased her to the van. And I heard paid attention to like the end of his video, because he was talking about like how they were paying attention to everybody that was in the loop to see it's like if they were like finish what they were doing, or if they would just like disappear or something. Oh, hi Velvet. But he mentioned that the father went into a, I can't remember if he said van, but he mentioned that it's like he was talking to the driver, and then he got like the girl in the back seat, and then I took off. The driver would have been my mother. I can't drive, so I have to either take the bus or have someone drive me. And it's like all of those, it's very coincidental that it all fit. Although the big question is, when and where did this take place? So, very possibly could have been me, but more possible could have not been me. Second story. Again, it's very coincidental. This was one of the, I believe it was Ventures in Fast Food and Retail. Um, the author was talking about the store was closing, and there's like this group of girls at a checkout, like a self checkout, and they were just screwing around, not caring that that they were trying to close the store. And he even mentioned like, oh, one or two of the girls had went back to get more like other stuff. And then he mentioned like in passing that there was a couple guys that was trying to rush checking out and apologizing like profusely about taking up their time. Um, Again, if this happened 10 years ago, same place. I'm sorry, baby. She's just a little bit grown. Not anymore, I hear her purring. Yeah, yeah, I hear you purring. So, same time span, same place. I usually like hung out with my friend Alan. We would go like random places, do some shopping, fool around. Not that way. You might not gotta shoot. Um, but we usually go to the stores that are like 24 hours. But there's times where we went to like say Kmart, Target, some stores that would like have a time they close. And due to like work and children, we'd have to do it late. Like I would put the kids to bed, and my mother would watch them. So don't worry about the kids. Um, so we there was one time that I vaguely remember that we were screwing around a little too much, and we heard that the store was closing. We were like, "Oh wait, it's that late already?" So we hurried up, grabbed the last items that we needed, rushed over to the checkout lane, and it was us and a group. I think it was like a group of teenage girls at the self checkout. But we were like trying to rush, put the stuff on uh, the conveyor to like get our stuff checked out, and we were all like, "Oh, we are so sorry that we're taking up your guys' time." And they're like, "Oh no, no, you guys are good." And it's like we're like fumbling, we're messing up. Uh, we got like we misclicked on typing in the pin to the card. It's like, oh my god, I am such a mess. I am so sorry. They're like, no, no, you're good, you're good. And this whole time, my friend Al was just staring at this group of girls screwing around over at the self checkout, and he was like, "Yeah, I think we're good because those guys are pissing me off." And we got there after they did, and we got done before they did. And we went out, got the stuff into the car, and my friend's like, "I'm gonna see how long it's gonna take these girls because I really hate them." So we sat and we watched, and sure enough, it took them forever to get out. It's like, God, I feel bad for those people. So, third one though, I am pretty sure they were talking about me. This would be closer to 20 years. It was when my first son was 4. Um, Sadly, he was in foster care. I'm going to cover that in a different video. But we had to rely on my on his mother's mother to get us there. I really don't want to call her X, so we'll just call her R. Um, I'm sorry, I'm really enjoying my cat picture me. She's purring really hard. My chair is very creaky, I'm sorry. Um, so anyway, so it's like every weekend we had to go and pick him up from the foster mother's house. No, we didn't go to the house. There was a meetup that was like supposed to be halfway, but later it found it actually wasn't. But anyway, so what happened was we had to go and get some gas. And I believe this was in the Idiots in the Wild, or it was another like fast food and retail. I cannot remember which. Main reason why I can't find it. Um, so we stopped at a gas station that we weren't used to. I handed her my debit card. I told her she can get, it was something like $30. At this point it was like closer to like $2 per gasoline. And she goes up to the pump. It's a pay first. So she goes to swipe the card, and I was like, "Wait a minute, I don't think it accepts the card here because I see that's like Mastercard, Visa, and whatnot, but it did not say debit." And she's like, "No, this is a Mastercard. It's going to work." I'm like, "It does not say that it accepts debit." She goes to scan it, card read error. Scans it again, card read error. Scans it again, card read error. We're like, yeah, let's just go to the next one. This is not accepting our card. It's not going to accept it. And she's like, no, I'm going to talk to the person. She like hits a little call button, and we're all like, oh god, no. It's like, let's just go. And so she starts talking to the person, and she's like, uh, it's not reading a card, not giving the guy information. It's like, okay, what kind of card is it? And she's like, it's a MasterCard. And he's like, is it credit or debit? She goes, debit. And he goes, something along the lines of, the card reader doesn't accept a debit. And she's like, well, how am I supposed to know? It's like, we're telling you it doesn't accept debit because it doesn't say it. And the guy goes, well, it says on the pump what cards are accepted. And then she goes, well, maybe you guys should have a list of cards that aren't accepted. Both me and our face palms, because both of us are like, that would be like an infinite amount of things that it does not accept. And the station attendant pretty much said much of the same. Like, it's like, it would take too much time to put up cards that doesn't accept, especially when there's cards that are going to be invented in the future. We can't just throw those up on there. It'd just be easier and quicker to throw on what is accepted. And the main reason why I'm pretty sure this is it, and the line that really, really struck me is like, hey, wait a minute. After their little argument, she just yells into the speaker, "Smartass!" And then gets into the car, and I lean over to Art, and I'm like, well, at least that's better than being a dumbass? She smacks me. But, God, it's just, I'm pretty sure that was it. That is, we were what the guy was interacting with. Because it was just so, that whole exchange was idiotical. And even R was like, come on, Mom, let's just go. So, those are my three instances that I could have been in another person's story. And like I said, chances are it's not. But what if it was? So, let me know if you've read Reddit stories or listened to Reddit stories or whatever, and you come across a story that you think you're in. Let me know that in the comment section down below. Subscribe if you'd like to hear some more of my own personal stories, or see some games that I've been playing, or check out some of the other stuff I do. I've been doing some reviews. I got a couple ideas coming up, and I've even got a new season of my channel coming up where it's actually themed. So, subscribe if you like to catch that. I am sorry about sporadic uploads lately. Premiere Pro has been taking like hours to render videos. I've been trying to get that to not do that. So, any suggestions? Besides malware and antivirus, because I've been trying those, and cleaning disks. Like I've been doing clean disk defragment. Uh, I've been clearing caches. Does not seem to help much. So, and until next time, stay white and fluffy.